Okay, China's President Xi told the G20 last week that China's actions to help other countries are, quote, charitable. And he demanded that all G20 members take collective actions that would benefit the Chinese Communist Party's economy, such as, quote, cutting tariffs, removing barriers, facilitating the unfettered flow of trade into China. Let's welcome retired Major General Robert Scales. Great to see you, General. Your reaction to that?
Boy, I'll tell you, it's just amazing to me how it's just amazing to me how dictatorships are so inefficient when they deal with crises. But the narrative they put out always paints them in a positive fashion and denigrates the achievements of a democracy. One thing we've learned is the political system that's best able to deal with crises is a democracy, not a dictatorship like the Chinese Communist Party.
You know, General, President Xi of China also proposed a global network of control and treatment that would be run by China, led by him. And he wants China to have full access to all medical data inside countries, including maybe even intellectual property related to the manufacture of supplies. These are the demands he's now making. Your reaction to that?
I mean, how thinly veiled is this? What he's trying to do is steal a march on the West. China is notorious for stealing the intellectual property of the West, particularly in the United States. Now, this is an attempt, basically, in the international market for the narrative, to sort of find an official way to gain intellectual property that belonged to others. No, what we have to do in the future, once this is over, is regain our status and our ability to manufacture pharmaceuticals that we, overwhelmingly in the United States, are the ones who develop in our laboratories. That should be the mission, not to pander to the Chinese and give them credit that they don't deserve, because, after all, they must be held accountable for what they did back in February and early March.
General, and here's the thing. I've just been studying this and researching this. Going back to the 1980s, since the HIV/AIDS crisis, there have been multiple epidemiological and infectious disease experts going to Congress saying you need a pandemic plan. You need to have a plan, Congress, set up and launch now to boost the national stockpile of medical supplies, drugs, and vaccines. You need to have a response plan. That goes back through the 80s. Bill Clinton, the Clinton administration asked for it. I'm looking at both Republican and Democrat administrations talked about it, but there's nothing has been done. I mean, I know about the national stockpile, but it's not up to snuff right now to handle this outbreak. I mean, so this is a story that Politico ran out, the GAO has looked into it, OSHA has looked into it. In other words, get it up and running now, a pandemic plan, Surge, because now we're doing it ad hoc and on the fly. That's what's happening now. Yeah,
and here's the thing, Liz. Compared to, buying stealth fighters and compared to, the defense budget, all in all, this is cheap. We're talking about masks and gowns and stockpiling medical devices to confront a future epidemic like this. So this is something that is cheap and easy to organize. We simply haven't given it the importance that it's deserved in the past, and we've learned our lesson. And next time, God forbid this happens, we'll be ready.
Well, yeah, because now 80% of drug chemicals are manufactured in China. So the president is saying we got to move some of that manufacturing of drugs back home. And then there was a fight over faulty test kits. General, I don't know if you saw this, that China has been making test kits to test for COVID-19. Spain turned them back, Czech Republic turned them back, Taiwan turned them back for being flawed with something like 70% error rates, not actually catching COVID-19. That's the test kits coming out of China. Your take on that?
Yeah, this is where the narrative deviates from the facts. And thank God that Spain had enough backbone to stand up to the Chinese. The Chinese tell a great story. They brag about their efficiency of the Chinese Communist Party. But when it comes time to deliver, throughout the history of the Chinese Communist Party, not just during this disaster, the Chinese have almost always come up short. We need to tone back the narrative forget about the rhetoric and focus on what the Chinese can do, but more importantly, focus on what we can do. We need federal intervention to make sure in the future we produce our own pharmaceuticals and we're not held captive by some dictatorship for the health of the American people. It's not right.
Yeah, so it sounds like you would support Senator Marsha Blackburn and Senator Tom Cotton and Representative Jim Banks and Seth Moulton. They announced in a press release last week they're working on legislation to hold China accountable for allowing the Wuhan virus outbreak to become a global pandemic. And also Senators Cotton and Blackburn want the U.S. to ramp up supplies. They're calling it America's medicine cabinet, make the drugs here in the United States, hundreds of thousands of jobs potentially also as well. Your final word on that?
I think that's absolutely right. The key phrase is hold them accountable for what they did. This is how dictatorships operate. That's why they're inherently inefficient. The United States can manufacture drugs far more efficiently and far more reliably to a higher quality than the Chinese. Let's put some federal money in the bank to jumpstart this effort.
Okay, General Scales, thank you so much for joining us. Come back soon. We love having you on. General Scales, and thank you for your service to your country.